a little bit older. I think this one might be maybe in the 30s. Let's see here. What is up, everyone? This is JDog406 coming back for another coin roll hunting video, and today we are getting into our next box of pennies. So as you can see right here, we're going to move all the way down, and we do have a couple of enders. So we have one Canadian, one 2009, and I believe that is a 1944 right there. All right, so we are going to be digging in to this one with the Canadian on it, and yeah, let's just get into it. Before we get into that, we are going to talk about this. So I have made a score sheet, and this is going to show us everything that we could find that's in our mintages. So when I put under 60 million, that is talking about the wheat penny, so anything 1959 and under. And then, yeah, anything under 60 million is a fairly good date to find. And yeah, then we go over here to where our points are. And then we can flip it over to the back right here to see the Canadian score sheet. So I do find a lot of Canadians up here living in Montana. But other than that, we are going to get into that first roll with that Canadian. All right, let's get into it. We are getting into this first roll right here with this Canadian with the Tiara obverse. So if you remembered the last part of that sheet, you will be able to see the mintages, or not mintages, years that is put up. But either or, we pop that out, and it's a 1980 right there. Very, very nice looking. Very good, nice find. Stick that to the side. See what else comes out of this roll. Alright. We got that open up. There's a 79. Oh, we got our first wheat penny, technically besides the ender. So we have a 1955 Denver right here. Fairly nice looking. Alright, stick that one to the side. Let's keep going through here. Maybe there'll be two. 81. It's not seeming like it, so I'm going to double check that. But other than that, we're going to move on to the next roll. We're getting into this next roll with this 2009 on the end. So let's just plop that out. That is the birth and early childhood. So yeah, we have the birth and early childhood right here, which is a Denver. Very nice to find our first 2009 for this box. Oh, I see another birth and early childhood. Let me just pull that out real quick. So can we get the Philly for this one? Nope, just a Denver. Still stick it to the side. We're going to flip that and go through this. So 82, 61. Oh, we got another 2009 right here. So this is the formative years right here. 2009, Denver, formative years. Stick that one to the side. And I believe that is going to be everything. So other than that, we're going to move on to the next roll. We're getting into this next roll from finding that proof 1970 penny. And this is the 1944 right there on the end. It's hard to get a wheat penny on the end. But we're going to take that out. We're going to take a nice old look at that. 1944 Philadelphia wheat penny. Fairly nice looking. Let's stick that one to the side. Let's go through the rest of this. See if we can get more than one wheat penny here. Alright, got everything out. Oh, we got what seems to be a blank planchet right here. Alright. This is the first blank planchet that I've ever found. That's really cool. I never thought I was going to find one. I thought it was going to be impossible, but yeah. First blank planchet. No clue what year it was supposed to be, but we're definitely going to stick that one to the side. We're going to keep going through here. See what else we can get. Getting some really good finds in this box. Alright, I think that is the end of that roll. So let's move on to the next one. We're getting into this. Oh wait, hold on. Let me look at that. So this is 2021 on there. And the back looks almost spectacular uncirculated, and the front looks almost spectacular uncirculated. So I'm going to go on a limb with this one. And I also just noticed this, so I'm going to take out the next roll real quick. Look at the edges of the wrapping. So how little red there is with the extra line, how this one doesn't. I do believe that this is an uncirculated roll from 2021. So I think I'm going to save that. Just because it does look... Every other wrapper in here looks like this. This is the only one that I can see. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to stick that one to the side. We're going to get into this one instead. Alright, we got that off to the side. Let's go through here. Not seeing too much in this roll. Yeah, I'm not seeing a whole lot in this one. So I think other than saving that one roll, we're going to move on to the next one. We're getting into this next roll, and hopefully we can get something out of this one. We did not get anything in the last one. Okay, see a lot of shiners right there at the top. But I also do see a lot of what looks like copper. So yeah, right up here it just looks like a bunch of nice and shiny 2020s, 2019s, and 2023s. Yeah, so we did not find anything in this one. I am going to double check it, but other than that, I'll tune you guys in when we do find something. Getting into this next roll, it has been quite a few rolls since we have found anything. It's been about 4 or 5, I want to say. Alright. Let's get in here. Hopefully there's something here. Oh, we got a 2009 right here. So we have the formative years right here. Oh, and we got our first Philly for the box for our 2009s. So that's fairly nice. Let's stick that one to the side. Let's keep going through here. I don't think there's anything else, so other than that, let's move on to the next roll. We're getting into this next roll right here. Hopefully we can get something out of this one. It's been quite a few rolls since we have found anything. Our last find was a 2009. Alright, but we got everything opened up. Let's just see what's here. We are getting into this next roll. Let's see if we can get something interesting out of here. It's been quite a few rolls since we found that 2009. So let's see. Dang, there's so much copper here too. It's not old enough. Oh, look at that. Oh my. Alright, so we have an Indian head penny right here. Alright, we're going to flip this over, see what the date is for it. These go down from 1909 to I believe 1957. But yeah, let's flip this in 3, 2, 1. 1902 right here. Alright. It's not in the greatest condition, but that's still an Indian head penny right there. Fairly nice. Let's stick that one to the side. And that was pretty much the end of the roll, so let's move on to the next one. We are moving on to the next roll from finding that 1902 Indian head penny. Those are so hard to find in rolls. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, I'm joking. I don't think another one's going to come out of this box. Alright, we got everything opened up. That did not want to open the best, but we can work with it. I'm not seeing anything too great here. Yeah. There's nothing in this roll, so other than that, we're going to continue on and hopefully we can get some more nice, interesting things like that Indian head we got in the last roll. We are getting into this next roll right here. Let's see if we can get something out of this one. Alright. Got that open. It's got that flipped. Let's see here. What can we get? We get a 2009 Professional Life right here. Alright. And this one is a Denver. Really beat up. Still gonna put that to the side though. Let's continue through. Oh, we got a better looking 2009 Professional Life right here. And this one is also a Denver. Alright. So, nice little upgrade from the last one that we found. Stick that one to the side. And I do believe that is everything, so we will be moving on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll from finding those two 2009 Professional Lives. Let's see if we can get some more interesting stuff out of this roll right here. Alright, we got that open, and we got the flip on it. So let's just check. Oh, We got a wheat penny right here. 1952 Denver. Alright. Fairly nice looking. We'll definitely be sticking that one to the side. Let's keep going through. There's a 63, 79, and a 2009. Alright, so we have another formative years right here. And this one is a Denver. Alright. So I think that's the third formative years that we've found. I'm going to stick that to the side and keep going through. Alright, I do not believe that there's anything else, so we will be moving on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll right here to hopefully find something. We did not find anything in the last roll. In the roll before that, we found a wheat penny and a 2009. Alright, we got everything out. Let's see if we got something here. There's a 70. What's that? Kinda looks a little bit gold plated. This might be a gold plated penny. It definitely has a way different color than copper. So yeah, just kind of look at that in the light real quick. I'm going to be sticking that to the side. I believe that's a gold plated penny. There's nothing too special about gold plated stuff, but it is nice to, find it. Even if it's a millionth of a piece of gold. I think there's another one right here. So 2 gold plated pennies. Fairly nice looking and extra shiny. Alright, so let's stick that one to the side as well. I believe that is the end of that roll, so we will be moving on to the next one. We are getting into this next one right here. Let's see if we can get something out of this roll. I am to believe that we got 2 gold-plated pennies out of the last roll. And I'm not even necessarily sure how I would grade that, just because it's just not common. Not very common to find a gold-plated penny, but they're also not super rare. So I do see this Canadian right here. 1971, so that is going to be the Tiara obverse. As you can see right there. Fairly nice looking. Let's stick that one to the side. Let's continue through the rest of this and see if there's some more interesting things. Not seeing a whole lot. Alright, yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of that roll. Let's move on to the next one. We are at our halfway point for the box. Hopefully we can get something out of this roll. It has been a minute since we have found anything. And this is the 25th from the start. And in the next clip, we will be seeing the 25th to the end. Alright, but other than that, I got this all opened up. Let's go through it. Not seeing much either. Alright, yeah, I do not believe that there is anything in here. So, other than that, we're going to move on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll right here. Let's see if we can get something off this. This is the 25th to the end. So, oh, holy golden madness. Before I pull that out, I want you guys to just look at that edge right there. Alright, so you see what I'm talking about right there, right where my thumb is? we are going to pull that out, see what that is. All right, looks like we have seems to be a gold-plated penny, but it's beat down a lot. It's still fairly nice little gold-plated thing. That's the third one I've found in this box. That's crazy. Let's go through the rest of this. I don't think I've ever found a single one. Then you find one, you gotta find more, I guess. Alright. Let's just see here what we can do. That's just a 2010. Look, there's another one. Nice gold looking tone to it. There's like 4 of them right here now. Continuing through to see another gold plated penny. I don't know what's up with this. This is the 5th one. Don't know why I'm getting so many of them, but I'll take them. Alright, other than that, we're going to move on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll from finding just too many gold-plated pennies already. Might have to add them to the score sheet. I've never found one in my life, so I didn't even think about it. So, got this one open, though. Let's see if we can get some more gold-plated pennies. Alright. Not seeing much on that top. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything in this roll, so hopefully we can get something in the next roll. Let's move on. We're getting into this next roll. We did not find anything in the last roll, so hopefully we can get something out of this one. There's a piece of hair there. Not very fond of that. I also do see a Canadian, and from the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be a really old Canadian. So I see the leaf out here on the side, and I think that's going to be a 1937 and younger, all the way down to the 20s. For their small cents. So let me just take that up. Yes. Okay, so I picked it up perfectly. We can see what this is. This is the second one that I've ever found here. Alright. Let's flip that. 1933. Alright. That's a fairly nice looking old King George the IV penny from Canada. Let's stick that one to the side. Let's go through here. See if there's some more King Georges. I'm just surprised with everything that we're finding in this box. Usually don't find stuff like this. 65 looks kind of nice, but we have another Canadian right here. So 1993, and this is going to be the crowned version right there with the crown of Queen Elizabeth II. Fairly nice looking. We'll stick that one to the side. Let's keep going through though. And I'm not seeing anything else, so let's move on to the next roll. We're moving into this next roll from finding that King George the IV. Those are highly rare, especially over here in the States, let alone Canada. Bet you some people up there have hard times finding them. And they can't even get pennies anymore. So, let's get into this next roll. And with the fact that they can't get pennies anymore, they did stop making them in 2012. So the highest dated penny that you can get from Canada is 2012. But other than that, I see a 1959 Denver right here, and it's not a muleback, but that's still a fairly nice find in the 50s. Stick that one to the side, flip that, and go through the rest. $78, nothing. Alright, so we found that 1959, but other than that, there's nothing else. Let's move on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll right here. Hopefully we can get something out of this one. We got everything out. Let's take a nice little scoot in, and a flip, and a flip. There was a 60 that's almost in the 50s. Close, but no cigar. Oh, but we got a 2009 right here, and this is the Presidency, so I believe we found all 4 designs for a 2009s. This one is a Denver as well, so that's fairly nice. Let's stick that one to the side. Let's keep going through here. What's that? I don't know. Alright, I do believe that is the end. So other than that, we're going to move on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll right here. Let's see if we can get something out of this one. Just like we got that 2009. And I already see a Canadian pop out. Alright, 1991 with that crowned obverse. It's fairly nice looking. Let's stick that one to the side. Let's keep going through if I can get it out. Alright. See what we can get out of here. Nothing there. Here, let me kind of scoot that in a bit more. Alright. 83. Nothing there. Okay, we got a 2009 right here. This is the Professional Life. Alright, 2009, Denver. Stick that one to the side. Let's continue through. Not seeing much else though. So other than that, I think we're going to move on to the next roll. We're getting into this next roll right here. Hopefully we can get something out of this one. See something that looks kind of old over there towards the top. About 3 coins in. Ah, it's a 63. Oh, but about a quarter of the roll through, we did get a 1945 Philly, which is a wheat penny with some gunk on the back. But other than that, it's a fairly nice find right there. Stick that to the side. Let's keep going through here. Alright. Not seeing a whole lot else. So yeah, other than that, I think that 1945 is the only one that we're going to find. So let's move on to the next roll. We're getting into this next roll right here. Let's see what we can get out of this one. We did find a 1945 in the last roll. So we got that open. Flip that. Just go through it. Hopefully there'll be something. Okay, we got a young head Canadian right here. All right, so this is from I believe it's 52 up to 64. So let's flip that. We got a 1964, which is probably the most common young head Canadian. But other than that, stick that one to the side. And I do believe that was the end of that. So let's move on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll. Hopefully we can get something out of this one. The last roll we did not find anything. All right. We got it open. And I already see a Canadian right here. So let's just work our way towards it. A couple 2024s up there. Then we got this 1987, which I believe this is the Tiara version. Yep, Tiara. So I believe they changed it over to the Crown version in 1988. But other than that, it's fairly nice find. Stick that one to the side. Let's keep going through. Oh, we have a wheat penny. All right, so we have this right here. It looks in fairly nice condition besides that little spot right there. So I'm going to assume it's in like the 50s. 1958, the last year wheat penny. All right, let's stick that one to the side. Keep going. I don't think I'm seeing anything else. So other than that, we're going to move on to the next roll. We are getting into this next roll right here. Hopefully we can get something out of this one. Okay, let me get everything out of it. All right. Do see a Canadian right here, which is the Crowned Obverse. So let's flip that and see what year we got. 1995. All right. It's nasty looking. We'll still put it to the side. Either or. Let's go through the rest of this. See if there's some more stuff. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else, so other than that nasty Canadian, that was everything in that roll, and let's move on to the next one. Getting into this next roll right here, let's see if we can get something off of this one. We did get a nasty Canadian out of the last roll. Get out of there. Okay, got everything open. Let's check it. '84. Oh, we got a 1959 right here. Denver with that memorial back. Wish it was a wheat back, but 1959 Denver. Stick that to the side. Fairly nice. It's a 76. But yeah, other than that 59, let's move on to the next one. We are getting into our last 5 rolls of this box. See if we can get some more interesting stuff out of here. Alright, we got it open. Not missing anything. Let's see what's here. Okay, we definitely have a gold-plated 1970S right here. Fairly nice looking. Yeah, just look at the luster on that. Nice gold-plated coin. Stick that one to the side. Let's go through the rest of this. Not seeing much else. Oh, we got a wheat penny right here. So this one does look a little bit more worn down. I'm going to assume it's in the 40s. 1946 Philadelphia right here. Fairly nice looking. Stick that one to the side. I believe that was going to be the rest of that. So other than that, let's move on to the next roll. We are getting into the fourth to the last roll. Let's see what's in this one. Alright, got that open. Got a nice old flip on it. See what's here. Not seeing much. Alright, yeah. Did not really see much in that fourth to last roll, so let's see what we can get in the third to the last. We're getting into this third to the last roll. Let's see what we can get here. Alright. Got it all open. Let's see. 78, 80, 82. Not much up there. 68. Alright, yeah, I'm not seeing anything in that one, so let's move on to the next one. Second to the last roll. So let's see what we can get out of this one. Alright, we got everything opened up. See what's here. Not seeing much. Alright, yeah. I think that's everything for that roll too. So let's move on to the very last and final roll. We are getting into this last and final roll. So this is our only chance to find some more stuff. So let's see if we can do it. Come on. Got it open. Gave me a little bit of a fight, but that's alright. Let's just go through here and hopefully get something. Oh, we got a wheat penny right here. Alright, so this one does look a little bit older. I think this one might be maybe in the 30s. Let's see here. Oh my. We got a 1909 right here. 1909 Philly. Is it a VBD? I can't quite tell. I'm going to look at this in just a second, but I'm going to set that down real quick. We're going to continue through the rest of this. Then I'll pop up and tell you if it's a VBD or not. Alright. So, yeah, nothing there, but yeah, I'll be right back with you guys. Did not get a 1909 VBD, but still, on the last roll of the box, we got a 1909 out of here. What a surprise. Alright, let's move on to the conclusion. We're coming down to the conclusion, and we have 5 2009s, and we did get all 4 designs. So we have the birth and early childhood, formative years, presidency, and the professional life. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we did have a couple extras of each, and there was one Philly in there. I can't remember which one it is, but there is one in there. And then I did want to show these. So these are all plated. These are all the plated, gold-plated coins that I found in there. And yeah, I don't really think I've ever found any before. And I don't have it on my score sheet, but maybe I should add it. I don't know. You guys should let me know down in the comment section below. But yeah, I did have all of those ones right there. Those are fairly interesting. And then we're going to come right up here to our Canadians that we found. So we did find that really crusty 1995 up there. 1993, 1991, 1987, 1980, 1971, and the oldest for this section right here, 1964. And that is going to be a young head, as you can see. Then this is going to be a tiara. And then there is going to be the crowned. So those are fairly nice right there. Alright. And then we're going to move right over here. So we did find two 1959 Denvers. And I think those are fairly nice too. And we are going to move right down here now. So these are all of our common date wheat pennies that we found. So a 1958 Denver, a 1955 Denver, a 1952 Denver, a 1946 Philadelphia, 1945 Philadelphia, and a 1944 Philadelphia. So I thought those were fairly cool. And then we are going to come down here. So these are the greatest finds of the box right here. All four of them sitting right in a pile. So we have a 1933 King George V Canadian penny right here. There's what that obverse looks like. It's fairly nice looking. Then we have a 1902 Indian head penny. And there's what the reverse looks like. Fairly nice. Then we have this 1909 right here. So I've been struggling to find a 1909, and this is a Philly, and it is not a VBD. And if it was a VBD, it would show some lettering right down here at the bottom. As you can kind of see, it doesn't even look like there would be anything, even if it was worn off. But yeah, it looks fairly nice right there. And then we have this blank planchet right here. So no clue what to really tell what year this is. But one thing I can do is I can throw it on a scale, and we can see if it's at least 82 or if it's above 82, like below 82 or above 82. So I'll get that out and we'll check. I have my scale out. We're going to flip it on. So if it's a copper penny, it should weigh 3.1 grams. Like, I'll throw this 1909 up here real quick. So yeah, 3.1 grams for that 1909. So that's copper right there. Zinc will weigh 2.5. So we'll be seeing if this is copper or zinc. Let's see. Alright, so it looks like it's a zinc blank planchet. So that's fairly nice right there. Never found a blank planchet before. But yeah. Alright, let's move on to the rest of the video. So we have the 1909 No VBD from Philadelphia coming in at 72.7 million coins minted. And I would definitely say that this is probably like a $5-6 coin. But yeah, that's a fairly nice looking coin right there. And now let's move on to the next one I have to show. This 1902 Indian head penny right here, coming in at 87.3 million minted. And That's definitely probably like about a $2.50 coin, just like it says. It's not in the greatest condition at all. Yeah, but it's still got a lot of design left on it. And if you remember earlier, there was a bunch of green gunk up here. I did remove that green gunk. So yeah, that's fairly nice. But let's move on to the next thing. The only coin going into the collection today is this 1909 No VBD from Philadelphia. I would say the Indian head penny is going into the collection, but I need to get a book for it. So we will definitely be doing that, and I will definitely update you probably with a short when I do it. But other than that, let's punch this in. Bam. Let's get it a little more centered. Bam, right there. All right, so now let's move on to the score sheet. We are just going to take another quick recap over the score sheet real quick. All right, then we're going to flip that. Just take a nice look at that. And then we're going to pull this up. And this is our scores that we got. So we had 9 2009s for 9 points, 2 1959s for 2 points, 6 wheat pennies over 60 million for 12 points, 3 crowned Canadians for 6 points, 3 tiara versions of the Canadian for 9 points, 1 young head Canadian for 5 points, 1 King George V / the 5th for 20 points, 1 Indian head penny for 50 points, 1 blank planchet for 30 points, and 1 1909 Philadelphia No VBD for 30 points. And then we come out with a total points of 173. So I think that's a fairly good box right there. And I also did want to mention that this is the season finale. So I have hit 20 boxes of pennies, and that's where I'm going to end season 1. So I think this ended off fairly good for ending season 1. But other than that, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Peace out.